today's video, we have a special guest, my cousin, Philip. Today we're going to be talking about our Super Bowl predictions.
Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles.
Philip, what are your thoughts on this game?
I feel like the Eagles are going to come out clutch. They're going to be losing like 21-7 at halftime, and then they're going to come back clutch with and they're going to win 35-38, come back in the second half.
Why do you think that?
Because the Eagles have a really good team. I feel like if they didn't have A.J. Brown, there's no shot of them even making the playoffs. And Jalen Hurts is MVP caliber. He's going to at least be in the top 5 this year. We all know it.
This year, I think the Chiefs have turned out to be the overall just better team than the Eagles. So I think they're going to win, especially because Travis Kelce's on fire this year. They have a really good quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, but I'm a little worried to see how his sprained ankle heals.
And both of the Kelce brothers are playing each other, Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce.
Something that's unfortunate is one of them doesn't play on defense, so they can't play each other.
But I feel like Jalen Hurts had made a lot of progress from last year, from 9-8 to 14-3. Still, if they didn't have A.J. Brown, there's no shot they're making the playoffs even, because then their only good receiver to throw to would be Dallas Goedert and Devontae Smith.
I'm excited to see Patrick Mahomes' passing game because he's really accurate and he has a cannon for an arm. So does Jalen Hurts, but I think Patrick Mahomes overall just takes the win.
Yeah, because we saw in the conference championship, the Bengals could not guard Travis Kelce, and they had at least 200 yards combined. Travis Kelce and Donovan Peoples-Jones are going to break out big in this game.
Something also that's not very fortunate for the Chiefs is that they traded Tyreek Hill to Miami. It would be a lot better to have him,
because Tyreek Hill is the fastest person in the NFL right now. And we saw in the conference championship, Kadarius Toney go down. We saw on a YouTube short, somebody on the Kansas City Chiefs asked the teammates' favorite players, and Kadarius Toney said Patrick Mahomes. If he had Tyreek Hill, they're still the Chiefs would have been 17-0, because he would have just threw it up. But Travis Kelce's not as fast. Tyreek Hill is way faster.
The Eagles had a very good season. I watched the Washington Commanders They beat them when they were undefeated, and I was super mad.
I kind of wanted the Commanders to win, because I also wanted the Commanders to make the playoffs because of Scary Terry, Chase Young, and Jonathan Allen. They're really good defensive players. If the Washington Commanders had a couple more wins, they would have snuck in as a 7 seed.
We should talk about last year's Super Bowl.
Last year, the Bengals could have came up clutch. They have really good players like Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase in the NFC Conference Championship. But this year,
Bengals first.
If that didn't look like a penalty when he knocked him out of bounds, because he wasn't even out of bounds yet, and they called it a flag, so the Chiefs kicked the game-winning field goal from 54 yards, and it's just not a good sight to see. If me and him made a bet, I would bet $300,000 that the Eagles would win. The Eagles in Madden have a higher overall than the Chiefs, but they came from Madden 22, from an 80 all the way to Madden 23 to a 92 overall. I can't believe Tom Brady lost to the Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady's a GOAT, and I don't want to see him retire.
I think Tom Brady's season was very sad the way he ended off. He didn't really have any good wide receivers besides Mike Evans.
Levante David, they do have, who's okay. And Devin White regressed a lot from last season.
Okay, me and Philip are going to go ask the girls my sister and my sister's friend
Their Super Bowl
what their
predictions.
Super Bowl prediction is. What do you got for the Super Bowl?
Chiefs?
Why do you have the Chiefs?
I don't know, because Patrick Mahomes.
Who do you have for the Super Bowl?
Chiefs.
Why the Chiefs?
Why the Chiefs?
Because Chiefs are just good.
Okay.
I'm only watching the Super Bowl for the commercials and the halftime show.
Do you have any more things?
No, I'm good.
And now we're gonna ask my mom.
And JJ.
Who's playing again?
The Chiefs and the Eagles.
Oh, definitely the Chiefs.
Why?
AJ, what's your opinion?
Chiefs or Eagles?
Okay, so my favorite thing about Super Bowl Sunday, you already know. It is the snacks. Everyone brings the most bussin' snacks. And then we're just gonna tear up every freaking piece of those brownies. You already know.
It's so freaking stupid we don't get the day off after freaking Super Bowl Sunday.
You're staying up till like 10 o'clock at night. Me, personally, I would not want to go to school.
Because then we have to get all settled in, tucked into bed, and our parents read us a good bedtime story.
Yeah. Very true there. Something that has changed a lot over the years from the first Super Bowl to this year's Super Bowl 57 is the halftime show. Brianna is performing at our halftime show this year. And the first Super Bowl in the world, they had a college marching band performed for them. So that's kind of a cool, interesting fact. Is there going to be a Burger King commercial? Okay, so most of the time,
and the FanDuel commercial, Gronk for the kick of destiny. Gronkowski, kick it through the post, buddy.
one of my favorite Super Bowl commercials was the Puppy Monkey Baby Super Bowl commercial. Okay, so I have no idea why Tom Brady invested in a Major League Pickleball team, but
Wait, he did?
yeah.
When? The Bears team in a couple of years could possibly make the Super Bowl. Their team is too young right now, but they have a lot of good talent. They need to figure out their style. Like Justin Fields, he is really good running, but he is pretty good at throwing the football downfield.
He's not bad, but he's not good. Another thing to look forward to is the Bears having the first draft pick next year. So all you Bears fans are definitely excited to have the first draft pick.
The last game of the season, they purposely lost, and the Texans, why did the Texans even fight hard? Like, you should have just purposely lost the game and get the number one pick. That's how the Texans gave up the number one pick.
I feel like the Chiefs are going to take the win over the Eagles, and the score, my prediction of the score is going to be 21-28 Chiefs.
I feel like that's your opinion because the Eagles have a very good team. They have young talent, but their young talent is very good. They could easily come out with a W. Like you said, the Chiefs could win by a touchdown. I feel like the Eagles are going to win because they're going to come out clutch in the second half. They're going to be down by a touchdown, and then they're going to come back in the second half, play lockdown defense, 38-45. 38-45. So fly, Eagles, fly.
I think the game MVP will be Travis Kelce. Patrick Mahomes, most of the Super Bowls that he plays in, he's probably going to get it because he's just better. I'm just going to go with someone that's a little bit more underrated than Patrick Mahomes. He's also been really good and in the playoffs.
It's going to be A.J. Brown. And why? I'll tell you that reason right here. A.J. Brown is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL right now. He is very talented. And I feel like if they put him on one of the Chiefs cornerbacks, he'll just snap their ankles and be wide open deep and then score the touchdown. My party, I would throw a party and I would text my whole family and tell them to get their butts over here. They're having a major party here. Fireworks.
So if I had a party with no parents, I would most definitely rent out like a bunch of 40-inch flat screen TVs to put in every room, along with my games. Pop-a-shot, bowling, football, pitching machine. And for the snacks, I would just make a bunch of brownies. Because everyone's just going to tear up the brownies in like 3 seconds.
And then it'll get so chocolatey and delicious. And then just throw my my whole thing of sprinkles on there. If you worked out before Super Bowl 57, then you're going to need to burn then you're going to gain every little calorie that you worked out back.
So make sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like this one.
And add a comment if me and Joseph should play a game of Madden with our Super Bowl teams.
No, that's not. I have the Chiefs, as I strongly stated in my opinion.
I have the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly! Deuces.